on the expedition, so you can ask anything you like.
So I'm sure you're asking about Can I tell you about stuff?
Yeah, can you do that? Hello, my name is Akayo. I'm from Pune in India. I read about James Cameron in the National Geographic and about his invention, the Deepsea Challenger. I really have this big desire to meet him and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Look inside. So you can't see well, but this right here is an actual screen that he could control all of these systems. There are 180 systems that make the submarine go. Okay, so he controls all of them from here. He communicates with the people on the ship. They can see what all of the instrument readings are. So if they need to make change or adjustment, or if they're concerned about the battery power, the oxygen, anything they need to know or be concerned of, they can talk to each other. He trained in this. This is a simulator. So he practiced for hours and hours before he actually dove. So, but he sat there, so you can see there's a seat right there. His head was where that circle is. And then from that position, his knees were bent because he's 6 feet tall, and that's 43 inches wide, right? So he sat like this for 8 to 9 hours, and then he could control everything he needed was with his fingertips.
I wanna ask him about, I have 3 questions like, when he went down there, was he freezing in there, or how did it look? So I want to know, I've got these weird questions sometimes, and when I meet him, I want to get his autograph. It took 7 years to modify the director. Who was the second director with him?
So, well, it's 7 years. What happened is 7 years ago he had the idea. He knew that people don't explore trenches much. It's very difficult to get there. We actually, as a scientific community, don't have a manned vehicle that can go to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, which is 7 miles. So there had been, now one submersible did go in 1960 to Trieste. 2 pilots to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, but they couldn't stay down long because they didn't have enough battery power. It took them so long to get there. They had 20 minutes. So they looked out the window, tried to remember what they saw, and then they had to go back to surface. No cameras either. So the contrast with this, where you had 3D cameras and still cameras with lights, was phenomenal. But so he thought 7 years ago, you know, this is crazy. It's completely unexplored terrain here on our own planet. You know, moon's great, but you know how many people walked on the moon? 12. How many have been to the Mariana Trench?
3.
Right? Yeah. So we don't know we know very little about the trenches. So he thought about designing something that could get down really fast, stay there for as long as possible, and then get back to the surface quickly. So that's when it says 7 years, it means for 7 years he was thinking about it, he was drawing pictures, he was coming up with the concept. And then about 3 or 4 years ago they actually started building the sphere, because you need to have a very thick, this is 2.5 inches thick.
I arrived a few days ago. This is my 3rd day here, and I like this place a lot. And yesterday only I read about this place, and now I'm sitting at some special exhibit, Deepsea Challenger, first time show. I got really interested because I read about this in National Geographic. So I told my parents, could we go see this tomorrow? And they were booking tickets for me, so they said yes. And that's how I'm here today. I'm happy. I can at least show something to my friends when I get back to India and school.